Congratulations, once again to those who have been promoted today. While listening to the speech at today's graduation ceremony, I realized that the doctor, who is currently an internal medicine physician, is someone I have met before in Sunshine. At that time, I thought you might have been a sales master at the cellar level and that you might do it moderately and then possibly stop. But seeing that you've reached Sharon Knows, I guess you won't give up, right? You will go to Royal and then to Imperial, right? In that case, being an Imperial Master is definitely much more profitable than managing internal medicine at a rural hospital. However, I have never heard that a medical license can be inherited. However, the Imperial Master seems to be a very clever person since the inheritance extends to their grandchildren. I see here that my husband earns 50 million won a month as a supervisor at a large shipbuilding company. Right. But that person, indeed, seems to have a very far-sighted and remarkably intelligent mind. Why, you might ask? Well, it's because they are incredibly, truly, and undoubtedly an extremely intelligent individual. The shipbuilding industry doesn't go that far. Even though it doesn't fail immediately, it still doesn't progress very far. And someday, when I retire, just because I was in the shipbuilding industry doesn't mean that I will continue to receive a salary from that company. Then, after retiring, one has to live for another long 30 years. So how should one approach this issue? Even in a situation where one is earning 50 million won a month, those who can think about such matters seem to be really smart. I'm not sure if they studied well, though. Yes. So, I think it would be good for those of you here to take a moment to consider the future of your lives in a broader perspective. Then there is a way for us to predict our future most accurately. The method is to design the future in a way that we like by going into the future. So, when the future inevitably comes to me, I need to manipulate and touch it so that a future adjusted in the direction I want approaches me. Changing the present is very difficult. Changing our present right away is very difficult. The past is impossible to change. It can never be altered. The past that has already passed. What we can change is the future. Then we mobilize our imagination to move towards that future. So, I am molding the future to my liking. I am envisioning it. I am designing it. This means managing the thoughts that exist within us. So, thinking about it, managing thoughts of the past is of no use. There's nothing that can be done. In the present moment, we are usually only concerned with the worries we have right now. We keep wondering what to do, feeling flustered and troubled, and this is all we can manage. However, when we move towards the future, we can change things in various ways. If I influence the future with my intentions, it will come closer to me, and my reality will change. Your life, in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and for a lifetime, depends on how you engage with it. The way to engage with that is by writing your life scenario today. So, when building a house, you need to know how to design it well, right? So, when designing your life, you must include at least 4 elements: living well, loving, learning, and contributing. These 4 elements should not be overlooked. If a house is built without a bathroom or without doors, it cannot be lived in. Therefore, if you ensure that these 4 basic elements are included, any house can become a decent home, one that you truly love. However you choose to decorate it, whether you build it as a 2-story, 3-story, or a wide single-story structure, that's up to you. But these 4 elements must be included regardless of how you choose to color them. Each person can decide that for themselves. These 4 elements are essential in designing our lives. If you understand just a little about how to live life, it's not that difficult. Everyone struggles, and success seems hard to achieve, often thought to be reserved for only good people. That's not true. Everyone can succeed if they know the right methods. This is the law of success. To achieve it, you need to choose the right means. You have chosen atomy, a very good means that anyone can use regardless of their circumstances. But do all things fit everyone? No, they do not. Most of the time, it requires tremendous knowledge. There are many cases where knowledge or expertise is needed if you want to succeed. In some cases, you need to make a huge investment, at least hundreds of millions to billions, to be able to earn that kind of money. So, what if you don't have that kind of money? You can't do it. Without that kind of expertise, you can't do it. However, the fortunate thing is this member of atomy, even people with expertise can achieve similar results by putting in similar efforts at a comparable pace. You don't need money. You don't need special knowledge. All you need is the ability to plan for the future. If you know the laws of success, success becomes very easy. I just came back from the United States and Mexico. I went to the United States, then to Los Angeles, New Jersey, Atlanta, Chicago, and Toronto, and then to Mexico City. I spent about 25 days traveling, and I was relieved to feel that there were no fire-related news in the United States and Canada, and that campfires were burning. So already in the United States, a royal master has emerged in the West, and a new royal master has also come out in the East this time. So, in that land of the United States, the emergence of a royal master means that people in the United States can also make money. At the same time, it is becoming very active. And now that Mexico is opening up, where are we seeing fluctuations? It's in the United States. Now that Mexico is opening, and when China opens, we will be finished. And it's quite concerning right now. And when India opens, everyone in the United States will definitely go for royal, master, and imperial. There is a very excited atmosphere right now, and Mexico, true to its nature, has already produced a diamond. Moreover, that person is very wealthy. The one who achieved diamond status is very rich in Mexico. There is a wealthy person who has truly seen the vision of this business and is working very hard while engaging in big business. So, indeed, around the world, this is now truly starting to ignite in earnest, and self-sustaining countries are beginning to emerge. In the future, I need to go to China once in December. Right now, we are investing about 18.5 billion won, which is 1 billion yen, and we are currently building a factory and preparing an office, working hard to get everything ready. And now, India, Russia, I am very excited, and I think we should go to Australia soon. So, Sharon Noz has already arrived in Australia. It's really something that there are leaders like this going back and forth at the port without having opened. Sharon, wake up just this once. There is no meet like this Success Academy. There are no one-day seminars either. The president has never even visited. They don't even provide delivery. You have to buy everything yourself in South Korea. And then it's all done there. Data entry hasn't been done for quite a while. Because of that, I have to manage all those members, hundreds or even thousands, by writing down their names So, how are the people here in South Korea handling it? Everything gets inputted, and when you place an order, it gets delivered immediately. They hold seminars. And even in Australia, where nothing is done for you, you can still go to Charlotte's. Don't make excuses based on circumstances. When you see people who can't do their jobs, they always find excuses for why they can't succeed, despite having done so much. They focus on what hasn't been done instead of recognizing what has been accomplished, constantly searching for reasons why they can't succeed. However, this person hasn't been given anything intentionally. They say that 90% or 99% hasn't been done. However, the person who finds that 1% or 2% that works and pursues it with tenacity is the one who is successful. The people here will be writing their life scenarios this evening. While writing my life scenario, I wonder if I can really become someone who earns 50 million won a month. I really hope it turns out that way. But I wonder what I would do if it doesn't. So writing about it can be quite difficult. Some people just pick up and put down the pen all night long, and I've heard that they end up not writing a single line. Everyone, even so, pick up the pen and write with courage. If you don't feel that way, then earnestly cling to it. Change your mindset. This issue is not something to be dismissed with thoughts like, oh, it's too hard to write, or I can't do it. There is a reason for writing a life scenario. The purpose of writing it is to show it to the people around you. Of course, you organize your thoughts while writing it, but it is essential to share it with those around you. So I went to my husband, then to my wife and to my children and parents, saying that I have started a job that earns 50 million won a month. Let's have dreams now. We have hope. This is what I am saying. And you should tell that to the customers you meet. That's how business owners are created. When I talk about good and cheap products, customers appear, but business owners do not emerge under my leadership. A business owner must convey their vision to thrive. I started this venture, so let's hear this story. Let's go to the seminar venue. This is the system. But if you don't have a dream, what I'm going to talk about is this. However, I know better than anyone that speaking like that is very frightening. In a way, the belief that it can be done might only be 1% or 2%. There could be a stronger feeling that it cannot be done at 99% or 98%. This is about something that hasn't even been attempted. I have never really earned even 500 a month. So thinking about making 50 million won and believing that it is possible is not an easy thing at all. But you have to do it. First, you need to make a judgment with your mind. Is it really possible to earn 50 million won? If the organization continues to grow and offers affordable and good products, which are necessities, is it theoretically possible for the organization to keep growing? Is it possible? Then, is there actually someone who has succeeded with that? I looked, and is there? Yes, there is. There is evidence too. If that's the case, then it can now be calculated in the mind. However, the emergence of belief in one's heart can be a separate matter. At this time, what is needed is courage, even if the possibility is low. We must take on the challenge. Everyone, those who only do things that are 100% possible, live a life that is 100% fail. Let me say it again. A person who only does things that are 100% achievable lives a life of 100% failure. You all doing things that are 100% achievable, like earning 1 million won or 2 million won. Is it 100% possible? Is it impossible? It's possible. If you just focus on the taste, you can definitely make it 100% with your food stall, right? Earning 1,000,001 or 2,000,001 is 100% achievable. However, a person who only engages in tasks that are 100% possible ultimately lives a life of 100% failure. Most people enter jobs that pay between 2 million and 4,000,001. That's what most people do. Even though they say there are no jobs for young people, 70% of those who graduate from college eventually find employment somewhere. Even if it's just 1.5 million won, people are willing to take on jobs that pay 2 million or 3 million won. Therefore, most people who engage in tasks that are likely to succeed often end up living unsuccessful lives. Do salary workers plan for their retirement or not? We should never avoid challenges. Instead, we need to have the courage to take on tasks that have very low probabilities of success. Tonight, I really want you to feel that success is not just yours alone. When you are not successful, isn't it true that your husband, wife, children, parents, and siblings are all living frustrating and despairing lives? What is the end of labor that one must endure every day just to eat and live? There are only measures to take for those who earn and live day by day. If an accident occurs, it can be a serious problem for those who rely on their labor to make a living. Today, our doctor. What happens if you work hard to provide care and then have an accident? When a traffic accident occurs, it feels like there is no plan from the family. Fortunately, since we have Sharonos, even if the doctor's license disappears, that remains intact. So, I urge you all to resolve to become someone who earns 50 million won a month and to become a successful person. When you go out tomorrow, bravely share that with those around you, whether they believe it or not, whether they follow you or not. Our job is to talk about it. Over time, statistically, a certain percentage will follow. It's not that everyone follows that leads to success. I hope you all write your life scenarios very well tonight. I will conclude